Yo. Welcome to another installment of BrickWall Reviews. I'm Dave, this is Sam, and tonight we're going to be talking about the brand new Disney Plus reboot, or continuation rather, of The Proud Family. The Proud Family Louder and Prouder. Before we get into our review, I want to remind you guys to go ahead and hit that like button down below if you enjoy our content. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on social media. Link will be in the description down below. And stay up to date on our videos. Like our wall? Yeah. All right, so so this dropped on Disney Plus on Wednesday, this past Wednesday, and it was the first two episodes of this brand new reboot. This show follows, of course, if you guys were fans of the original Proud Family in the early 2000s, this pretty much follows this kind of the same thing, the adventures of Penny Proud and her family, Oscar, who was her father, Trudy, her mom, Sugar Mama, her grandma, and her twin sisters.
Whoever she comes into contact with.
Yeah.
It's pretty much her,
Yeah. So, I mean, and if you haven't watched the original series, go check it out. It's on Disney Plus as well. It's a really great show. It had a lot of accolades, a lot of critical acclaim. A lot of people loved it. Stood out because, all black cast in the show. So very, very monumental for the black culture, which is why we want to talk about it to end off Black History Month. Do you have anything to say about this reboot or continuation?
Not really. It was pretty good. I'll say that. If we want to start to talk about the TV show, it was pretty good. I like how they pretty much jumped into the just pretty much jumped into things. They didn't wait it out. No long sad posts or whatever the case may be. So yeah, I appreciated that, and I liked how they pretty much helped us with them helping them to figure it out. So I think that was a little fun interaction between the audience and the just vice versa, whatever the case may be. Yeah, I really thought that it was good. I think that it will definitely bring in some money. Like I really do.
Yeah, definitely.
Franchise wise and stuff like that.
Yeah, of course. I can see this going for a pretty good time. Again, there's only the first two episodes, but just judging off of these two, I enjoyed them. The Proud Family, of course, originally was a comedy, of course, in genre. And the original show was funny. It was funny. They did tackle tougher issues, which I assume this show's going to do and kind of already did.
Yeah, I would say they're pretty much doing already.
And so it's still in the same spirit. It still has the same creators and voice cast and everything. It's still very much in the spirit of the original. One thing I will say, what is this? One thing I will say about this reboot or reimagining or continuation, whatever you want to call it, I would say that it is a lot funnier than the original series. And I even kind of tested that. I went back and watched a couple episodes of the original series and then went back and watched the Louder and Prouder. And I was like, yeah, I laughed a lot more in Louder and Prouder than I did in Proud Family. And granted, I'm taking into effect, like, okay, I'm older, so certain jokes I'll understand better now. Just mixed with just the overall humor and tone of the show. And I gotta say, I just came conclusive. I laughed more frequently at this newer version here. I thought the jokes were really sharp. What about you? Did you catch a lot of the humor?
Yeah, and as you mentioned, going back to watch some portions of the show, even back then, I feel that they remain consistent and true to what they presented when they first came out. So I'm saying it just depends on the person, depends on the circumstance, depends on this, that, and the other. Help influence these types of decisions. So.
Yeah. So this show, like we said earlier, this show does kind of pick up the story kind of where we left off. Penny's older, and so of course there's physical changes. So it's pretty much like this is their puberty era. Like their middle school, going on high school era of life. So it's a lot of that, a lot of very interesting jokes with it, and just references to other things. Of course, Oscar her dad, he's still the same overprotective dad over Penny and
Mm-hmm.
having to watch her grow up. I like what they did, and this kind of like in the first episode. I like what they did. I feel like they're not going to turn Penny being older and becoming a woman and Oscar being overprotective like he was in the original series. I feel like that's not going to be a running theme here because if I were to go off the end of the first episode, it seemed like
Yeah,
they
I was
kind
about
of
to say
resolved it.
it's, and then it seemed like they were trying to get that out. Like we're not trying to associate with this.
Right.
So yeah.
Right. Yeah. And speaking of which, that's speaking of what they would associate and not associate with, they there's a lot of LGBTQ representation in the show. Just off the first two episodes. In the original series, there was a character named Michael, and if you guys don't know, it was pretty much theorized by a lot of people that Michael was a homosexual. So in this series, surprise, surprise, it's finally officially confirmed. Even though a lot of people were like, "Well, yeah, it's so obvious." It wasn't obvious to me. Even after I found out, I was like, still not that obvious to me. This one, he's voiced by E.J. Johnson, which is Magic Johnson's son. I believe I'm saying that correctly. Um, yeah, and the vocal performance on his character is really good. He's a funny character. He adds a different dynamic to the show that wasn't there originally, which I think is very welcome so far. Um, I think as far as I'm concerned, like I said, all the original voice actors have come back. There's a lot of guest stars in here. Like I'm not even gonna list it. Like they have a list on Disney Plus or in the trailer where you can see it, all the guest stars. But Kiki Palmer's a part of this show. She's the new girl in town.
I mean, they did pretty well. Like I said, the cast, as Dave has mentioned, the cast is a pretty good, solid cast. And as he mentioned, Kiki Palmer being good and solid. Right before I was before this post, actually read something on Kyla Pratt, and she deserves a round of applause. She really does for all the work that she has done. Like when you really sit down and look at her catalog, she really deserves. Like you don't think about it because she caters more towards like the kids. So like you really don't think about it, but like that's really sweet of her. That's really sweet of her, and just to keep things going, like I think it's really sweet of her.
I have to read up on that. I have to read. Is there anything about it you want to divulge? I'm gonna look into that. I encourage you guys to look that up too. Not all icons stand out with statues. Some of them work in the shadows. And that's the best work. It's where best work gets done. Um. So yeah. I don't know what more else I could say about this show.
I'm interested to see where it goes. I'm interested to see the other episodes as they come out.
I don't know if we're gonna get two apiece consistently, which I would like.
I mean, but when we know that there's something coming out like weekly, we're lucky to get this for initial. Like we're lucky, so
right. But yeah, I agree with you though. I'm excited to see where all it goes. CeeLo Green, that's who was the guest star in the one episode. He was the panda bear. They do a lot of references to like a lot of stuff. So it's like there's stuff that I knew just from growing up and stuff that I know just from current times, and they do it. It's not like so much of an in your face thing. It's just like if you pay attention, you're gonna catch the joke. But if you really pay attention, you're really gonna catch the joke. So yeah, Sugar Mama's at her best in this. A lot of good jokes there.
Those jokes are still the same.
Yeah, Oscar and Sugar Mama still going at it, and Oscar be talking that talk, but Sugar Mama be busting him upside the head. It's I like True. I want to see where Trudy's story goes. I'm very interested in that because she started her own veterinarian business, and in the beginning of the first episode, you see her getting her pretty much her shop set up. So they didn't really touch on that in the second episode, but I would like to see where that goes.
We'll see.
It does touch on some very serious issues with their marriage as well, Oscar and Trudy. What was it? They were talking about how Oscar agreed to stay home and work while Trudy went out and not stay home and work, stay home and pay all the bills and everything while Trudy went out and worked. So I thought that was very interesting, and it kind of keeps playing in different episodes. Wizard Kelly, of course, is back, so there's going to be some Wizard Kelly drama. These first two episodes kind of put seeds of an overarching story, which would be something different for the Proud Family, something common in animation now. But I mean, overall, like I said, it's enjoyable. Very excited to see what comes next. The only thing I really actually don't like about it is the theme song. Um, the theme song
You
is
just
not
couldn't wait to
better.
say that. I honestly don't think there's anything wrong with things. Some people want to complain because it's not what they were used to. So what?
I
At the end
just
of the
don't
day,
like
nobody
how
about to
it's
pay
sung.
Beyonce all this damn money. We're gonna get us a theme song, and there's nothing wrong with it.
I just don't like how it's like the beginning part of it, like the middle to the end of it. I like it, but it's just like that beginning. I'm just like it's still rough for me. It's still rough on the ears for me. Maybe I'll grow into it, but I do like the middle to the ending, like I said. So, but I no right now I don't think theme song's that great. So say what you gotta say. No disrespect to the artist who does it. You have a very beautiful voice, but your rendition is not currently not it for me. It's gonna grow on me though. I'm pretty sure it will.
Mm-hmm.
They do address Sticky, who was played by Orlando Brown, and for those of you who know, you know what Orlando Brown been up to. So he got his life together though. He did, So he's all good. He's in a really good space. So continuous prayers for that brother right there.
You always talk like you know the people.
Now you
Really
gotta send
is.
big ups to our fellow African Americans out there. You know what I'm saying? Gotta hold it down. um, yeah, that's all I
Overall,
got.
like I said, I would keep watching this. I would say what I would give this,
Mm-hmm.
just off of these two and knowing what I know the Proud Family. I'm gonna give it a high rating, probably like a 4 or 5.
4 or 5. Were you a fan of the original Power
No, I
Family?
was not. I'm not a fan of any original Proud Family. Nothing. No
Oh,
Proud
okay.
Family. No,
I
I'm
didn't
not.
know. Um, I'm gonna give it a 5 actually because I really did enjoy it myself. Tommy Davidson was really funny in this. He's the voice of Oscar. It did a Prince joke that I still laugh at like after 2 days. Still really funny to me. So
Yeah, like I said, overall it's pretty good. You will not
yeah,
regret it at all. It's on Disney Plus, so go ahead and check that on out. As they've mentioned, episodes come out weekly. I have plenty of animes that I've done, but that's all I have to say. It will be announced.
it's the best part of our channel is the BrickWall anime. Is it not? It keeps you waiting. There's gonna be something dope though. I'm pretty sure. I don't come to the meetings anymore, so. But nah, on that note,
I
y'all
can't.
have a good night. Take it easy. Hey,
Take
shout
it
out to our background.
easy.
Yeah, we got it set up. We're gonna have some more to add. Y'all got any suggestions? DM us
Dirty
or
diapers.
hit, hit us on our social media
Dirty
or just
game.
comment down below. But this wall's gonna get decorated some more, so I'm excited for that. So
Mm-hmm.
till next time, peace.